There's a truth that many dog owners, when they hear it, will feel both touched and a little uneasy. If your dog follows you from room to room, waits outside the bathroom door, lies right by your feet whenever you're in the kitchen, and even springs up the moment you stand up, then it may not be just love. That sounds a little sad, doesn't it? Because we always want to believe, my dog is clingy like this because it loves me more than anything in the world. And yes, love is definitely part of it. But sometimes, behind that adorable clinginess, there is also anxiety, dependence, insecurity, or simply the fact that your dog has learned that being near you is the safest place to exist. And if we misunderstand that, we may end up calling anxiety cute. I think this is a topic worth talking about, because almost every dog owner has had a moment like this that felt both funny and heartwarming. You walk into the bedroom, and your dog follows you. You go to get some water, and it follows you. You sit down to work, and a few minutes later you find it lying right at your feet. You only need to step out of its sight for a moment, and it starts looking around as if the whole world has changed. When we see that, our first reaction is usually happiness. We feel loved, trusted, chosen. But the more closely I observe it, the more I feel there is a more important question. Is your dog staying close to you because it is happy, or because it doesn't know how to feel okay without you? Those are two completely different things. Part 1, it's not just love, it's survival attachment. First, let's be clear about one thing: when a dog clings to its owner, love is part of it. Definitely. Dogs are pack animals. In their world, closeness is not just emotional, it is also a way of confirming safety. When they are near someone they trust, their rhythm becomes more stable, they relax more easily, and they become less guarded. In other words, for many dogs, you are not just the person they love. You are also the center of their daily routine, the source of food, the one who creates signals of safety, and sometimes even their emotional compass that tells them whether the world is okay or not. So when your dog follows you constantly, part of the reason is very simple. Being near you makes everything feel easier to understand. I really like this way of looking at it, because it makes the bond between humans and dogs feel deeper. It's not the romantic kind of love that humans imagine. It's more like, when I'm near you, my life feels more okay. And honestly, that is a very beautiful definition of attachment. Part 2, habit and unintentional reinforcement. But the second reason is much more practical. Your dog clings to you because it has been taught to do that, and you may not even realize it. For example, every time it follows you, you look down and pet it. Every time it lies by your feet, you stroke it. Every time it looks at you with those waiting eyes, you talk to it, give it a snack, or respond somehow. So in its mind, a very clear formula is formed. Following this person equals attention, reassurance, and sometimes even a reward. And dogs learn through repetition very quickly. A lot of behaviors that we call, "that's just how it is naturally," are actually the result of hundreds of tiny reinforcements. Not intentional, but very effective. Personally, I find this very interesting, because it shows that love in raising a dog is not just about emotion, but also about the habits we build for it every day. Are you raising a more independent dog, or are you accidentally teaching it that life only feels rewarding when it sticks to you? That question feels a little uncomfortable. But it is worth asking. Part 3, when clinginess is no longer just cute. Here's the issue: some dogs cling to their owners in a very adorable way, but some dogs cling because they truly are not okay when they have to be apart. This is where the line between attachment and dependence starts to appear. If your dog simply likes being near you, but can still rest on its own, play on its own, and relax when you leave the room, then there is usually nothing to worry about. But if it becomes restless when it loses sight of you, paces around, whines softly, scratches at the door, stands guard, or clearly panics whenever you are about to leave the house, then it may no longer be just love. It could be anxiety. And I think this is the part that many dog owners avoid the most, because it takes away the sweet image we like to believe in. We like to think, it just misses me so much. But sometimes the truth is, your dog does not know how to self-soothe without your presence. That does not mean you did everything wrong. Many dogs are naturally sensitive. Some have gone through environmental changes, abandonment, poor socialization, or have simply bonded too intensely with one person. But the important thing is this: if you only see the clinginess as cute and ignore the insecurity underneath, you may miss an early cry for help. I always think of it this way. A healthy love should come with a sense of safety, not fear when apart. That is true for humans, and it is true for dogs too. Part 4. Your dog may also be reading your emotions. Another reason that people rarely notice: your dog does not only follow you because it needs you. Sometimes, it follows you because it is monitoring your emotions. Dogs are incredibly good at reading tone of voice, walking rhythm, body language, facial expression, and your overall energy. If you are stressed, it can sense that. If you are sad, it can sense that too. If you are emotionally unsettled, many dogs will automatically stay closer, almost like a gentle form of supervision. It does not necessarily understand that you are upset because of work, money, or a relationship. But it understands this person feels different today. And so it stays closer. I truly love this side of dogs. It makes me feel that sometimes animals understand us on a very instinctive level, where language no longer matters. Your dog does not need to know what you are thinking. It only knows that you are not okay in the way you usually are. So sometimes, the reason your dog will not leave your side does not only reflect its emotional state. It may also reflect yours. Part 5. It may also just be bored. There is also another very ordinary possibility. Your dog clings to you because its life has nothing more interesting in it than you. That sounds a little harsh, but it is often true. If a dog does not get enough exercise, enough sniffing and exploration, enough appropriate toys, enough mental stimulation, or a balanced daily routine, then of course it will start seeing you as the biggest event of the day. You stand up, and something is happening. You walk somewhere, and something is going on. You open the door, and there is hope. You pick up your keys, and suddenly there is drama. In that situation, clingy behavior does not necessarily come from deep love or serious anxiety. Sometimes it is simply because your dog has nothing else to do except focus on you. And honestly, I think this is a very meaningful reminder for dog owners. We often focus on whether our dog loves us, but ask much less often: have we created a life that feels rich enough for it? A dog with a healthy emotional life can still love its owner deeply, without needing to stick to them every second of the day. Part 6. My personal view. My personal view is this. I do not think the most beautiful goal of raising a dog is making it so attached to you that it cannot leave your side for even a moment. That sounds affectionate, but it is not the most ideal picture. The most beautiful picture, to me, is a dog that is genuinely happy when you come home. Likes being close to you. Trusts you. Comes to you when it needs you. But can still lie down quietly, rest on its own, and feel safe even when you are not right there. Because that is what healthy attachment looks like. Love does not have to show itself through dependence. Sometimes, the most mature form of love feels more like this. I know you will come back, so I'm still okay. I think that is beautiful. And more broadly, this is also a lesson that resembles many human relationships. We often confuse deep love with deep dependency. We think the less two beings can be apart, the more they must love each other. But in reality, what lasts longer is trust strong enough not to panic in the face of distance. It is the same with dogs. If your dog loves you, the best thing is not that it cannot be apart from you. It is that it can wait for you with peace. So the next time your dog trails behind you from the living room to the kitchen, from the kitchen to the door, and then waits outside the bathroom for you again, maybe smile, but do not just think, "It loves me so much." Ask yourself one more question. Is it staying near me because it is happy, because of habit, because it has nothing else to do, or because it feels unsafe without me? Because understanding that answer does not make the love between you and your dog any less beautiful. On the contrary, it makes that love more responsible. And sometimes, loving a dog is not just about enjoying the fact that it always chooses you. It is also about teaching it how to feel safe, even when you are not there.